If you like railroad crossings, we got some good ones here. 2 tracks right there for that crossing. And then over here we got CSX crossing. Apparently it's a little bit rough. Some kind of notes left on there. So you got 2 tracks over here too on the CSX side. And then Marion Union Station is right there. All right, check this out. We got a train coming right now, a westbound on the Norfolk Southern line. There is another train behind me waiting to go east. So we might have 2 trains coming. So let's have a look here. Hey, I've seen that car before. The Losers won again. I filmed that one before. I got that car in Crescent Springs, Kentucky, and I remember asking what it said because I couldn't tell. So now I'm all the way up here north of Columbus and Marion. Same car. That's pretty cool. Slamming the diamonds. What's that one? Wow, that is pretty rough on those diamonds. Now, when I was standing over there in the corner a little bit ago, filming right in the corner of that fence, I could feel the ground shaking when those trains were going across the diamonds. Every time they slammed that diamond, you could feel the ground shaking. So that's got to be constant maintenance. It takes a lot of work to keep those things up. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully there's another train coming from that direction right there. We think there was one waiting for this one. Hey, we got a Caboose coming right now. New York Central Caboose. Here we go. Putting on a show. The Caboose, always a rail fan favorite. Got here just in time for that. Now that was really cool. Old New York Central Caboose. They still use that daily over here for long reverse moves. Eight more. I guess they're going to stop. And there's your different look at the station. But wait, there's more. We got another train coming, westbound, Norfolk Southern. So all the rail fans are coming over this side now. There for a second, it was believed to be on the CSX line. Gotta be a DPU somewhere. No DPU? Wow. It got really peaceful and quiet just all of a sudden. That train was booking. I think there was only one locomotive on that. How can one locomotive pull all of that? I thought for sure there'd be a DPU on that one. Well, that was a good one. They kind of had us fooled on that one. One of the rail fans thought that the train was on this line over there, that crossing over there, CSX. So we all started heading over that way. And then we found out it was on this one, so we all came back over here. That was pretty cool. See what else we can get into. All right, check this out. We're hearing two trains at the same time. I know we've got a Norfolk Southern westbound right over here, but I heard another train behind me. Let's see what this one is. Now, if a CSX train comes by and I'm here, all I gotta do is just do that. And the CSX is right over that way. You think it's over there? Yep. We might have a train coming on both lines then.
Yep, so this is gonna be it right here.
All right, so these are gonna start dinging at any time.
Make sure you like and subscribe for this video.
Yep.
There's a third one coming too.
Happy birthday, Alex. Turning 12 years old here. Happy birthday, Alex, and thanks for watching my videos. Have a good 12th birthday. Okay, so CSX is coming. There's the crossing. I was going to try to get across the road, but I waited too long and it's kind of hard. A lot of traffic. Scott's trying to get across the road, but he can't get across. Now listen to that bell. Mechanical bell, at least it's a real one. Now I can get across the road. That's a loaded grain train. Check out the springs. Compressed pretty good. That is a lot of grain. They just planted the soybeans on my farm yesterday. Let's see if these gates go up very quick. Yep, there they go. So there's a Norfolk Southern train sitting right there on the left. See that? They're waiting to come this way. They'll be coming across the crossing. Not sure what they're waiting on. Maybe the diamond. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm getting another angle here over to diamond. Haven't got this shot today yet, I don't think. Here's the diamond right here. And we got a train, a westbound Norfolk Southern right there. And I think they're just getting ready to go. They just turned the lights on. They've been sitting there for at least 20 minutes. So they are moving. We've got gate activation. Should be another one coming the other direction with BNSF locomotives. Well, they're not here yet. Okay, there's a train coming on the, not this track, but another track. But I'm gonna zoom in. We've got 140 pounds per yard, rolled by USS Illinois, and 1971, maybe July. It's kind of hard to see the dashes. Just think of all the trains been on that rail. 140 pounds per yard. That's a pretty good size rail. All right, we got a northbound train coming on CSX finally. Here in Marion, Ohio, where Warren G. Harding was born in 1865, our 29th president. He was born here and spent a lot of his life here too. So he probably rail fanned the same tracks I'm rail fanning. That train is way down there. Gonna probably have to shut the camera off and wait for it to get a little bit closer. It's a couple miles down there. Okay, there's the train station, and you got a clear signal here on the track closest to me. So we got a northbound train coming on the CSX line. Old CNO. Coming from that direction, way up there. There she comes. She's gonna cut some cars off over here. I don't know if I'm too far away or not. We're getting closer and closer though. Watch the train knock down the signal. That just means the light will drop from green to red as the train passes the signal. Watch this. Sweet, got it. That was cool, wasn't it? I love seeing that. It's especially cool on the older signals, like the old Norfolk and Western signals, the old Baltimore and Ohio signals. Those are really cool to watch do that. So he's going to cut these cars here somewhere. What does that say? Get a full picture of it here. Right there. What does that say? I have no idea. That does mean something to someone. cool looking. Getting kind of windy out here. Wow, this is a long train. What's all that stuff say? That's interesting. The bottom of that car said a bunch of things. I don't know what it was. I left my scanner in the car. forgot it. So I don't have anything to listen to them with. This is a monster train here. Setting the handbrake. We're too far back to see it though. I'll just wait till he cuts it. Cool. That was right where I was guessing they were going to make the cut too. That's a dangerous job. All right, let the traffic jam go through now. See what happens. All right, so they're going to take that cut of cars, shovel them into the yard, and then they'll come back, get this part of the train, and then leave. And the end of the train is not very far past that bridge. I can't see it here. When I was standing a little bit farther to my right, I could see the end of it. By the time they come back here, it might be dark though. So there you go. All right, so the locomotives are coming back. The ones that dropped off that big, huge train. Here they come. Coming back to get to the rest of their train. They stopped. Well, there's something coming across the diamonds then. Cool. And I'm hearing a train on the NS coming from that direction. So there's gonna be another train coming this way, eastbound. Looks like double stack intermodal. Wow, that was loud. That was really loud. Being over here by these diamonds, that is loud. That was a long train too. Double DPUs on it, and they were working hard too. That was a good one. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate your support. It's gonna be getting dark here soon. The last little bit of light. Here they come back, hooking up the rest of their train, running north. Oh, that's a great shot. That's cool looking. I like those potash cars on there. When they fade, they kind of look pink. I think they're supposed to be red. All right, there you go. That's that train right there. It's gone. That took them quite a while. They stopped back there a couple hours ago behind me, cut off most of their train, took it to that yard over there. They went up where they're at right now, about where the end of the train is. Then they reversed onto that connecting track, and they shoved their train back into this yard over here. So I left all those cars there, and they came back out with the light engines, returned to the rest of the train, and there they go, resuming northbound. Now you know. Thanks for watching my videos. If you have time, check out all of my videos. Their review helps my channel. Alright, time for the live action pets and slideshow. See you later. Thanks for watching.